This is SoIN. I'm Angie Fenton. Thanks so much for joining us. This morning, pilot Steve Cook takes us up, and away and into the skies on a flight unlike any other. Extol foodie Lucas Hunchman serves up a smashing dish and delectable side with a helping of humor, too. Extol explorer Colin Wood takes having fun to the extreme. And we hit the ice thanks to Mother Nature in a popular local facility.
This is SoIN.
This is SoIN.
This is SoIN.
This is SoIN. This is SoIN.
But first, with Valentine's Day right around the corner, one gift I can promise the recipient will love is an experience you won't forget either.
I'm Steve Cook. I'm the owner and founder of Classic Biplane Tours. We started this business back in 2004. I started flying in 1970, so it's been a little over 50 years. I've always been passionate about aviation all my life. And these days, it just seems like flying is more enjoyable to me when I'm entertaining other people and just seeing them have a good time.
How's everybody doing so far? Awesome. Okay.
We have been flying this plane, doing tours for 18 years. We've flown over 17,000 passengers. We have a perfect safety record, and we're very proud of that. Most of the people that fly with us, they book their flights online. We make it easy for them to do that from our website. And when they come in the door, they've always got big grins on their face. They're excited. We just love seeing people happy all the time. And we get a few that are nervous, but once they get on the plane and they get in the air, then that nervousness just seems to go away, and they always come back with a big grin on their face. And we start our season at the middle of April, and we fly up until the end of November. We have 3 flights that we offer. We have a 20, 30, and 40-minute flight. However, if people want to fly longer, we'll do that. We'll do custom flights.
Will you marry me? Will you marry me?
We also do events, but typically our 20, 30, and 40-minute flights are the ones that most people do. We take a tour around the city, we fly up the river, up around the Prospect area, and then on the longer flights, we go up to Charlestown, Indiana, and then out into Oldham County. And we do offer gift certificates. Those can be ordered online from our website as well, or we can take the orders over the phone. You can find us online at classicbiplanetours.com, or you can call us by phone at 502-836-5252.
Lucas Hunchman is a multi-talented member of the Extol team, but we had no idea he was a smash hit in the kitchen. Today, he shows off his moves in more ways than one.
Hello everyone, this is Lucas Loves to Cook, and I'm Lucas Hunchman. Today we are making the classic American cheeseburger. It's a staple dish for any day of the week. Plus, I hear the ladies like them. And guys, would you look at that? It's almost Valentine's Day. So make your honey a little something special, like a cheeseburger. It's easy, and you can't go wrong with that one. And before you guys change the channel, because you think you already know how to make a cheeseburger, think again. We're making smash burgers here, and once you've had this on a burger, you're never going to go back to your regular thick patty. It's so good, tastes like the classic fast food joints. And also, I'm going to be showing you my special sauce, so be sure to stick around for that one. Right now, we are working on the roasted potatoes. It's a healthy substitute for French fries, and all you need is a bag of Petite Gold Gourmet potatoes, cut them up into quarter wedges, and then as we get this done, we're going to throw them in the oven. Just a few more. All right, now that we have a good amount, we're going to grab a sheet pan, dump them on gracefully, spread them out, drizzle a little bit of oil. Salt and pepper them. I like to give them a good mix around. It's going to get your hands all oily, but we're going to wash our hands all the time while we're doing this. Now we got a nice sheet here of potatoes. We're going to pop them in the oven at 425. Okay, I forgot to preheat the oven. And it's good, you know, while you're waiting in the kitchen to dance a little bit. Gets you in the mood. Born in the USA, born in the USA, and I'm talking like Rachel Ray. Hey! Killed it. Just like that. The oven's at 425. Pop them in, give it about 25 minutes, but keep checking. Okay, now it's time to actually get to the burger. Now go ahead and start heating up your skillet while you cut the toppings for the burger. You're going to want that on medium to high heat. Just turn the knob up pretty high. You're going to want your classic circle slices of onions, about that size, about that thickness. Look good to you? Yeah. And then your tomatoes. Now, these are actually pretty important. Don't cut your tomatoes too thick, otherwise they're gonna like fly out of the sandwich like a bar of soap. So make them pretty thin. Nice. It's burger time. Okay, so go ahead and add some olive oil, light drizzle. Center that pan, we're going to get it heated up. All right, your hands are going to get dirty here. Grab a piece of ground beef. You want it about 1/7 of a pound. Just you're going to want a little less than you think because smashing this burger is going to spread it out real wide like a pancake. Roll it up. Something like that. So now for the fun part. All right? Instantly smash it. You want to put pressure right in the middle of that spatula here. You're going to have to work it. Oh! It's going to be like kind of like spreading out a pizza crust. Two different methods, but same idea. You want to get as flat as possible in a relatively round circle. When you get it flat how you want it, we're going to put some salt and pepper. Checking that burger. It's looking good on the bottom, so we flip it. Look at that. Not bad. And maybe for a good measure, you go whoosh. At this point, people usually throw cheese on top of it to get it melted. I like to wait till the end, right before I'm about to eat it. Keeps the skillet a little cleaner for whenever you're toasting your buns here in a sec. Pretty good. Pop it on a plate, show you the good side. So we got the burgers we want. We set them aside. We're done cooking the burgers at this point. We bring the pan's heat down really low, and we have buttered our buns here. We're gonna toss them on. They're gonna toast real quick. While they're toasting, we're gonna make the spread. Our buns cooked quite fast. We didn't let the pan heat down a little bit. So you're gonna want it at a lower temperature so it doesn't get a little too crispy, but still gonna be delicious. Now, it's time to make the spread. You're not just gonna add mayonnaise and ketchup on it. You're gonna throw it together. So equal parts mayonnaise and ketchup. And then for the extra kick, some Dijon mustard, just a tiny bit. So there you have your mix, your concoction of sauces. All right. Should look about yay. Okay, we're all set. We got everything here. Now we can actually make this burger. A little spread on the bottom. A leaf from an iceberg lettuce wedge. Then the tomato. Then the burger. A slice of cheese. A few onions. And then more spread on the top. That is beautiful. Would you look at that? That thin patty we have here is gonna really even out the flavor of the meat with the veggies. It's gonna be great. And now, don't forget, we got some sides cooking in the oven. So let's get those out. Bam! Some roasted potatoes. And there you have it, a classic American cheeseburger and American potatoes. What more can you ask for? Thanks for watching, everyone, and remember, watch your cholesterol level.
My name is Bert Hodge. I'm the general manager of Heritage Ford. When I was a child, I stuttered and was dyslexic. I started my career assigned to a junior position on a destroyer, and ultimately I commanded 5 ships. 2 minesweepers, 2 frigates, a SEAL commando ship. I got a lot of exposure to some of the world's greatest leaders. When I retired from the Navy, it was with the intent to join my father here at the dealership. My dad has been an important part of this community for 30 years.
The business has changed tremendously since then, but our moral values have remained the same.
This is a business where honor and integrity matter.
If I'm fair to my customers, they'll come back. If I'm fair to myself, I'll be here when they come back.
I'm proud to have served my country, and I'm proud to sell Fords to my community.
Until recently, Colin Wood has opted to mostly stay behind the scenes here at Extol Media, putting his skills to work in myriad ways. Today, though, he steps into the spotlight for us to showcase an extreme and really entertaining way to have a good time.
Welcome to the Extreme-nasium Trampoline Fun Park, where we are gonna have some fun. Let's go head inside.
The Extreme Trampoline Fun Park is, you guessed it, a trampoline park. And of course, it's super fun. It is located off of Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville and is a fun place for not just kids, but the whole family. The trampoline park contains, of course, trampolines just for jumping, rock wall, dodgeball, basketball, a foam pit, wipeout, and an extreme ninja obstacle course challenge. If you're wanting to celebrate a birthday or a party of some sort, feel free to just go online their website and book a party for any of the available dates. Just make sure you come in prepared with a waiver. Alright. Now, it was my turn. I slipped on my ninja socks that I only got for $3, and I showed these kids what was really up.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow, cause I know I'm the show.
I definitely enjoyed my time here at the Extreme, and you can too for a low price of $11.99 an hour if you are 10 or under, or a price of $15.99 if you're 10 and up. With that being said, I'll see you next time on Explore with Extol.
Since our humble beginnings in 1908 as New Washington State Bank, we have offered banking the way you want it. Now known as NWSB, we have branches in the communities of Henryville, Charlestown, Borden, Jeffersonville, Sellersburg, Scottsburg, River Ridge, New Albany, and coming in 2022, a state-of-the-art branch in downtown Jeffersonville. As a local bank, all decisions are made right here in Southern Indiana. Our customers enjoy the personal relationships, and we value opportunities to show community support throughout the region. At NWSB, we offer myriad services and modern technology, from online banking to mobile apps with check capture. And we are always here to serve you face-to-face with a smile. At NWSB, you'll find banking the way you want it.
Growing up in rural Michigan, I've always been a fan of the ice. In fact, I'd carry my ice skates with me in my car throughout the winter, true story. The same skates I've had since I was a young teen. And after the winter storm our region experienced, I took them for a spin in between salting and shoveling the walk outside of our studios. Take a look. You gotta move back. You get my feet? While Lucas Hunchman may not be an ice skating pro exactly, he does get an A+ for effort this week as he explores a chilly local hotspot.
It's 2021, and you might be looking for something to do. Well, I got that something to do, and it's not going across the ocean to Iceland. It's going across the river to Iceland Sports Complex. This is the place to go skating if you live in Southern Indiana or Louisville, Kentucky. So, without further ado, let's go on inside, strap on our mask, and go skating. To the right of me, we got the South Rink, which is for the pros and the hockey skater. And then to the left, we got the public skate, which is for me and you. So let's go and get some skates. If you don't have your own skates, which most of you don't, they provide the skates for you. They're blue, which is awesome. And are these good skates? We are on the north rink with all the amateurs. Well, some of us are pros.
If you're like me, most of your time at the rink looks like this. Some of us are still learning. Some of us have it down. And some of us are so good that we are just straight up bored with it. Check out this guy.
All right, we got Alex Asherson here. He's been skating for 4 years, so you know he's gonna be good, and you're gonna get to see some of his cool stuff. So take it away, Asherson.
I had a fun time at Iceland. It's nice to fall on your butt once in a while. And it's especially nice to watch those pro skaters. So come on down, I think you'll enjoy it. See you next time, and keep on exploring with Extol.
Charlie's family shoe business is on its last leg when he enters into an unlikely arrangement with a creative entertainer named Lola. Call now to get your tickets for Kinky Boots, an exhilarating true story featuring an award-winning musical score by Cyndi Lauper. Kinky Boots. Call now.
So based on the aesthetics on the outside of this building, people really don't know what they're walking into. What is the impression of your guests when they come into your place you call home?
Surprised, mostly surprised, a little taken back by what's happened here. I think most aren't expecting a place where we would actually live. So I think surprise is going to be it.
So as you were navigating your home search throughout New Albany, how did you come upon this property?
Well, it kind of goes back a little bit. I bought and sold or actually just bought it and then sold it, but I had a firehouse at the corner of State and Union I bought and renovated, lived there for about 6 years. And so that open contemporary design was something that I really liked. So Joe and I were dating, and David Barksdale had told me about this building being an old brewery, and I'd always thought that would be such a cool place to renovate. And while we were dating, I rode by one day and it was for sale. So I got a hold of Joe and we came and looked at it and purchased it and started from there.
So when you actually opened the door and saw what this space was and could be, kind of tell me the story of what it looked like and then how it progressed into what it is today.
Well, when we first came into the home, it was an old church. So it was set up as such. There was nothing to it, basically just 4 walls. And we kind of talked about it and started thinking about different ways that we could do it. We really didn't have a grand vision initially. I think it just came organically. It just took off, and we kind of designed one room at a time, one space at a time. There was a lot of stop and go and pause until we eventually just came up with the space that we have today.
So once you purchased this building and it became your home, kind of talk me through the design element and how it became the space that it is today.
Well, Joe and I both, when we came in and we looked at what we had, we knew that we were going to total gut. And so it was the 4 walls, the tall ceilings, and we both like contemporary design. So we knew that the downstairs obviously was going to be an open living room and kitchen together. And then upstairs, which was where they stored the grain in the building, and there has never been anything up there. That was going to be, hopefully, we hoped for 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths. And through a lot of work and back and forth, and I did a lot of things wrong that my wife had to correct me on, and we finally came up with what you see today.
So the historical significance of this property is that it used to be a grain factory?
Well, they used grain here, but it was the first brewery in the city of New Albany. It was called the Market Street Brewery.
And you were able to restore some of the original elements in the property?
To go back and say that we could pull out some of the history, we could not, other than the fact we do have a couple of pictures, or one picture in particular that gave us a history of the building, something we could grab onto, but for the most part, nothing else other than in a few books to tell us that there was a Market Street brewery here. It was about all we could get.
So is there anything significant, like that is your favorite place or favorite spot within the house that you designed?
My favorite spot is just the downstairs. To me, it's warm and open, and just, this is where I want to hang out.
Is there any design element, Joe, that you really enjoy putting together? For instance, like your kitchen or, you know, the open floor plan?
I would probably say the master bath. It's a large space. It's one that we had to modify a few times to get it the way we wanted to. But it's a very relaxing space, and it's kind of a surprise when people come around the corner, and it's probably my favorite element in the house.
So you made this lovely space your home. Kind of what has been the community's response and how you've opened your doors to welcome everyone in the community to kind of see this wonderful space that you have created?
Well, we were on the Historic Homes Tour for 4 years in a row. They wanted to do one that was a work in progress, so each year people could see the progress as we've renovated this place. And on the fourth and last year, we weren't quite done, so to this day, we still have people that'll knock on the front door and want to come in and see it. And we're always happy to let them come in and see what we finished with. And sometimes we'll be out in the store and someone will come up to us and ask us, did you ever finish your brewery and get it finished? So it's pretty cool to have that happen.
Just after Christmas, Jeffersonville Mayor Mike Moore sat down with me and the Extol team for an in-depth conversation. Take a look at a quick peek of next week's episode of This Is SoIN. Looking back at, already what is a long career as mayor of Jeffersonville, what has been your most memorable moment?
The election was very special. We were 18 points down, and a little kid that grew up in Oak Park in Jeffersonville, whose dad and mom always told him to stay out of politics because it didn't mix with the restaurant business, you know.
Watch This Is SoIN and Extol Media Production Saturday mornings at 7:30 on WBKI, the CW.
That's it for this week's edition of This Is SoIN. Thanks so much for joining us. However you spend the rest of your day, we hope it's beautiful.